and welcome to Dominating Dominion. I am Ben.
I'm Zach.
And today we will be playing Intrigue.
Dominion Intrigue.
It is the second set that they released, and it is a base set, which means that you do not need any other set, which would be like the regular Dominion, to play the game. You just need this. You can always buy expansions and everything, but this is another base set. There are two base sets in Dominion, Dominion Regular, and this one.
It's like an expansion that you can buy, but you don't need the real game with it. And so the thing is, with these cards, they're still pretty much the same. Well, I shouldn't say pretty much the same. I mean, the mechanics are still pretty much the same. They just do a bunch of different things. So there's not really like a unique theme or feel to Intrigue. It's kind of like more of the normal Dominion, I'd say, except for a few different things. Like, there are some cards that give you choice when you play them. Like, you can choose to either play it as this or that. Like, we're going to have Steward in this game, which you can either choose to pick up cards or get coins, stuff like that. And there'll also be, like, how would you say this? Dual cards?
Sure.
Where it's like Treasure and Victory and stuff like that. And that was the first time we saw it, because in the normal game, I mean, action, reaction, I guess you can go as a dual card, but no, this is like when you really start to see dual cards. Plus, you got a lot more like victory type cards.
Yeah.
So we'll cover what we think of Intrigue when we're done playing. We got our 10 cards. Let's see what we're playing with today. All right. So the cards we've got today: Harem, Tribute, Trading Post, Conspirator, Great Hall, Steward, Swindler, Wishing Well, Pawn, and Secret Chamber.
All organized based on cost. And then treasures, victories.
Yeah, same stuff.
And since you won last time, I get to go first.
Yep.
And I have 4. I will take a Conspirator.
I've got 4. I will take one as well.
You copy me. Here, copy that, Swindler.
3 silver.
Oh goody, I got both my actions in the exact same turn.
I hate when that happens.
Swindler.
Estate. So trash it.
And you can take an estate. When I get 5, I'll take a tribute.
So what Swindler does is you have to trash a card, and then you get a card costing the same amount, but he decides.
So it was a 2 card, so I could have given him an estate, a secret chamber, or pawn. And I didn't want to give him either of those, so that was nice.
Alright, I'm going to play Conspirator. I get 2 coins. If it's the third card I've played, that's not what I should say. If you played 3 or more actions this turn and counting this, you get another card and an action on top of it. And then I've got 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll take a gold.
Shuffle. 3, Wishing Well, because I like to wish.
Alright, I've got 3 here. I'm going to take Swindler.
I'm going to play a Wishing Well, so we get a card, and I'm going to wish for a Swindler. New. Wishing Well, it gives you a card in action, and you name a card, so any card down here, and then you reveal your top card. If it is that named card, you get it. So if this card were to have been a Swindler, I would have gotten it, but it's a copper, so it just goes back on top. I end up with 3. I'll take a Wishing Well. That worked out so well.
Swindler.
Did you shuffle?
No, I don't shuffle.
Tribute. So you give me a 5. Interesting. Didn't give me a duchy. I like that.
And then I've got 5. I'll take a Trading Post.
Swindler.
Copper.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks.
6 gold.
Alright. 6 gold.
Whee! Oh boy, let's go Wishing well. I get a card. I'm gonna go for a wishing well. Nope. I'm gonna trash 2 cards, so I'm gonna trash 2 estates. And if I do, I gain a silver, putting it into my hand. Well, la-di-da. I have 3. I'll take another wishing well. That worked out so well. Again.
3, I'm going to take. Secret chamber.
Swindler.
Trading post.
8 province.
Swindler.
Shuffle. Flip. Swindler.
Take a great haul.
Oh, goody. Victory point.
Coming from the guy who just gave me 3.
Yeah, but I didn't want you to have a tribute, and I didn't want you to be able to trash a card. Wishing well. Oh, goody. I want a copper. Awesome. It's a copper. Look at that. A copper. I'm going to play a trading post. I'll trash those 2. Get a silver in my hand, and I end up with... I think that's 5. It is, so I'll take a tribute.
Conspirators, I get 2 coins, but it's not the 3rd action I've played. And then I've got 6. I will take a gold.
Wishing well. I want a province, you know? Wow. That was lucky. I said province because I had 8 and I wanted a province. It was the only card because I didn't want any more money.
4, I will take a conspirator.
We'll play a wishing well. I'm going to wish for a copper. Nope. I'll play another wishing well, and I'm going to wish for a gold. Nope. I'll play a conspirator. It is the 3rd card I have played this turn, so I get a card and an action, and I get a province. Yes. Well, I do get a province because I have 8. I'll take another province.
You do. Next, Swindler.
What are you doing, copper?
Take a curse. I've got 6 there. I'm going to take a harem.
Wishing well, I'll take this, and I go copper. Yeah. We play trading post, trash 2 coppers, take the silver. And I have 6. I'll take a harem.
5, a tribute.
Going to play Great Hall. And a tribute. Tribute. The player to your left reveals, then discards the top 2 cards of his deck. And then for those 2 cards, I get 2 actions and 2 coins because he revealed an action card, which gives me 2 actions, a treasure card, which gives me 2 treasures. Now if he would reveal a victory card, I'd get 2 cards, but he didn't. And that's where these cards are actually very good when they're revealed from a tribute because they give you 2 things for being an action/victory. They give you 2 actions and 2 cards at the same time.
Now, if you reveal like 2 coins, you don't get like 2 coins and 2 coins from the card.
No.
Yeah, they have to be different cards. So
Yeah.
you're hoping they reveal different
It's
cards.
for each differently named card.
Yep.
But you could get a harem, which is a treasure/victory, and a great hall, which is action/victory. So you could get 4 cards, 2 actions, and 2 coins because they're differently named cards. But yeah, I'm not going to play my trading post. I end up with 7. Take it.
Spiritor. 6, a harem.
Ooh, wishing well. I want a copper. Oh, it was a copper. Another wishing well. I want a copper. It was a copper. And I end up with 6. I'll take it. Harem.
Spiritor. 8, I'll take a province.
Okay, wishing well. Get this. And then I'm going to hope for a great hall. No. Tribute. So we get 2 coins, and that's it. Darn. So that gives me 2, 4, 6, 7. Harem.
Tribute.
What are you doing? You're not allowed to play that card. You get 2 cards and 2 coins.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll take a harem.
Play wishing well. I want a copper. No, it was a curse. Give me that curse. 5, I'll take a duchy.
Spiritor. And then 6. Take a harem.
No! Gonna trash 2 coppers with my trading post, gain a silver, putting it into my hand. I gain 6. Give me that last harem, man.
6 gold.
Oh, did I take that last harem from you?
You did.
Oh, you gonna cry?
No, not yet.
Okay. You're gonna cry when I play this. Wishing well. I want a gold. No. You know what? Give me another wishing well. And then a gold. No. I'll take another one and a gold. No, I'll get it eventually. Here we go. Conspiracy. Oh, it's over.
How's that gold working out for you?
Do I play my trading post and trash a province? No.
I think so.
I could.
You get a silver out of it.
Wait, I could. I could trash a province and then take another one. Or I could just buy a duchy.
It makes no sense, but okay.
It didn't.
Alright. Tribute.
What are you doing? 2 cards and that's it, man. Because I revealed 2 provinces.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll take a gold.
That's a lot of money then. Coin cards. Tribute. Give me 2 coins. That's all I want. 2 coins. 2 coins. Okay, 2 actions and 2 coins. Good. Provincio. That's 2. I'm trying to hide.
Swindler.
You get to give me a 6 card.
Yep.
Gold.
And then 8. Province. Down to the last province.
Oh! Gimme,
Ooh,
gimme.
game over.
Gimme. 36,
Plus this is
37, 39, 40, 42.
31. Alright, so that was the game there. I still felt it was pretty close. I mean,
No.
other than, I think it was really done. You did get the most provinces there even. And we were still pretty even on the other cards. So.
Except you made me trash my hair. Huh?
Oh, what?
That was mean.
Anyway, so let's talk cards and strategies. Well, let's start at the bottom and work our way up. Because it seems like we were kind of buying more of the top end cards, especially Harem. So let's start with Secret Chamber. I bought one of these. It's discard any number of cards, plus 1 per discarded card. Now, when another player plays an attack card, you may reveal this from your hand. And if you do plus 2 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your deck. Then you perform the attack. So the reason I bought one of these is when you were swindling me, I could say,
yeah.
oh, I want him to trash this and swap it out for something. So that's why I bought one of
Like
these.
a conspirator for a conspirator or something like that.
Yeah. And so, but I don't think he ever attacked me when I had this, and I never used it to discard any cards.
By the time you got that on your next turn,
I got rid of
you got rid of my swindler.
Yeah,
so you pretty much just what do I do now?
So I do like Secret Chamber. I don't think I like it as much as Moat, but I do like being able to discard your useless cards to get 1 coin. Because anytime you can use your useless cards for good stuff, that's nice. And then the attack's all right. I mean, this is really good at like rigging your deck, especially if like against Thief and stuff like that. This is really nice. Pawn. Nobody used this, but I find in games I like to buy these a lot.
It's better in longer games, but I mean, we're 2 players and there's only 8 provinces.
Yeah, the game goes much faster with that. But anyway, you choose 2, plus 1 card, plus 1 action, plus 1 buy, plus 1 coin. Your 2 choices must be different. I really do like this card.
It's a great card.
Because you can, I'll choose like a card in action, keep playing it, and at the end I'll choose coin, or I'll just take action coin. It's nice just to get that little boost. I mean, it is only 1 of each, but still, it is a really nice boost, especially if you play action coin, and you keep playing these.
Yeah.
In this game, if I would have had 2, I think I would have purchased this over Secret Chamber, but I chose Secret Chamber because you were attacking me. But this is a nice little card. I'm surprised we just didn't.
I just had so much a high value hand that whenever I always had 8 or 6 pretty much the entire game.
Yeah, and I never same. I never had like 3, so I think the only time I had 3 is I either bought silvers or a Secret Chamber once.
I bought Wishing Wells.
Wishing Wells. So let's see what this does. You want to read it?
This is probably my favorite card of this entire group of 10 because
Was it?
probably one of my favorites.
I didn't buy
It's up
any,
there.
so tell me what.
It's a card in action, and you name a card, and then you reveal the top card of your deck. If it is that card, so for example, if I were to say Secret Chamber, oh look, it's the top card of my deck.
So then it's gaining 2 cards and 1 action.
But I get this card in my hand, only if it's the top card. Now, say I were to go Swindler, oh darn, it's a Secret Chamber. Better luck next time. You just put it back on top. But I was just like, I want to wish for stuff. I'm feeling lucky. So this is a card if you're feeling lucky. And I was just like, at one point in the game, I don't want any more money. I don't want to waste any more actions. Let's go with a province. And it was a province, so I got pretty lucky on that deal.
And it got it out of your hand too.
Yeah.
Swindler, we both went with these. Read it.
It's each other player trashes the top card of his deck and gains a card with the same cost that you choose. So it's really good if someone starts getting all these really good cards.
And if there's a variety to switch it between. Because
Especially
I find in games this card can be meh. If there's nothing really good you can switch a card to. Because sometimes they'll flip a card over and you'll be like, what do I want to give them? All this is good. Or it's just like, oh, it doesn't matter. There's only one choice.
Yeah.
Oh, I you flipped a province. I trash it and gets another province. So at times that can feel, in this game, especially if you were flipping like 3s, you could really choose. Like for you, when you flipped, what did you flip? No, you flipped a 5 card. I don't remember.
In the beginning, you made me trash a tribute,
and I gave you trading post because I didn't want you messing with mine. I was like, trading post. We'll get to what I think about trading post when we get later on there. But I think Swindler early on, because I think you bought this early on. I bought the silver. I thought about buying this early on. It's really good because you're most likely you're gonna catch them with a 0 card, copper,
which gives them the curse.
Which that's always fun. So that's when I think Swindler is the most hurtful. But it's a nice little card. I mean, for 3.
And you get 2 coins when you play it, so it's quite helpful.
Stuart, nobody bought this.
To me, Stuart is a pretty bad card. I mean, it's one of my least favorite cards. It doesn't do much. It gives you 2 cards, or 2 coins, or trash 2 cards. You get to choose one of them. So it's nice that you get to choose. I mean, it's handy in a pinch, but there were so many better 3 cards, and...
Yeah, in this game, I could see this working good with action stacking for the cards and the coins.
Yeah.
And if you need to trash stuff, this. But you don't get anything in return. We had a better trash card.
Yeah,
so Stuart in this game, I could see avoiding it.
It's only good in special cases.
I've played games where Stuarts are nice.
There are some games where it's really good, but seeing that there's Swindler, which gave you the 2 coins, what else gives you 2 cards? Nothing else really gave you 2 cards, but you mean tribute, but you had to be lucky.
Yeah.
And then there was the trash 2 cards, which was trading post. So pretty much every aspect of that card was in another card that was better, because it gave you that and something else.
All right, then we got Great Hall here, +1 card, +1 action, and it's 1 victory point. So really, it's an upgraded version of the estate, except you can play this, get rid of it, and get another card, which is nice, and then you'll be able to play another card. So if I have 3 and I want to go for victory points, I will buy this because I think this is a nice little boost. It's not going to win you the game usually, but it's nice.
I mean, it's really just a victory point, and it's never going to clog up your hand.
Like these.
Like estates, because you can just play and take the next one, and then play another one and take the next one.
Like the problem we said in your last game was when you start buying these a little bit too early, just to get your bonus
way
points.
Too many.
And they clogged up your hand. For this, though, it's alright.
You can buy all 12 of these, and they won't hurt you at all, because you can replace them with another card.
Conspirator, I bought this. You bought one of these, right?
Yeah, I bought
one. So it's 2 coins, and then if you've played 3 or more actions, including this one, you get a card in an action. So if you have a lot of conspirators, these are really nice. But if you can't get them up to that 3rd action, which I don't think I ever did, they're kind of
never did. Because they're only 2 coins, and there's Swindler back down there.
Or Steward, or
Silver.
Yeah. So it's good if you're playing a lot of actions. In this game,
that was what I was doing with Wishing Wells and Great Halls.
Yeah, with this game, I see this working really good with action stacking. But with this set, I don't see this working.
I was doing it with all my wishing wells because I was wishing and wishing and wishing and going, yeah.
I see this card really working well if you're able to play, like, let's go with the base set, Village and Smithy.
Yeah.
If you can throw that in with that stuff too, brilliant. All right, we'll go with Trading Post next here. I gave you one of these, so
you gave me one of these, and I was like, oh, because I love Tribute so much.
Mm-hmm.
But what this does is you trash 2 cards from your hand. If you do, you gain a silver, putting it into your hand. Now, the first time I got this card, I had 2 silvers already in my hand. And then I had 2 estates. So I was like, oh, I can have 6. So I trashed 2 estates, and took a gold. I was like, yay! Next time it came around, I trashed a copper and estate, got another gold. And a silver in the same turn. So it was like, probably a really, really good turnout for this card. Otherwise, it's pretty bad, in my opinion, actually.
I don't like it.
It's only good, like, I was really, really
good
lucky.
early on.
Yes, really good early on.
Even though it's 5. I think that's maybe my problem. It's a 5 card. And I look at other cards that come in later expansions like Trader, which gives you silvers, and I like that a lot more. The only thing I can see this being an advantage is it goes right into your hand, and you trash 2 cards instead of just 1.
Yeah.
But other than that, like later on, I don't know. Trading Post.
This is an early game card,
and you're not going to get many of these. You're probably just going to get 1.
1 or 2 at most. Whereas other cards that are trash cards, I mean, this is a good card. But in most cases, it's bad, which is kind of...
Later on, yeah. In this set, I was actually trying to get one of these. You made me trash one, I think, before I could use it. This is good to just get rid of your coppers and estates and stuff. So I would say probably if you were looking to get rid of that and this is in the game, definitely purchase this. But just do realize later on it's probably going to not work out for you. If there's another trash card, get rid of it.
And in a 2-player game like we had, that's actually a really good card because it's going to be a quick game because there's only 8 provinces. So you're
especially if people are able to easily stack up the money.
Yeah.
All right, Tribute. This is the one where you play this, that your person to your left reveals their top 2 cards, and you either get 2 actions, 2 coins, or 2 cards based on what they flip over. Now, if it's the same, it's
nothing.
It's like they flip 2 action cards, you don't get 4 actions, you only get 2. This is a nice little card. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But this was the only way you could get like action stacking.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever really mattered because there wasn't many cards out here that gave you lots of cards. So, but I'll find in games, well, if this is in and there's like a Smithy or something, I will really hope for the action. But it's an alright card. I mean, especially if your opponent flips
I love
over.
playing mashed tributes with villages and stuff like that you can action stack with. Because if you just make this person go through their entire deck, you're bound to get good stuff.
Yeah. Plus, if you get rid of their good cards, it always makes them mad because this isn't an attack, it's just an action. So
they can't block it.
Can't block it with a mode or anything. But yeah, I definitely hate relying on this though to get that 2 actions right off the bat and hope I can play another action card because it doesn't always work out. That's
why I was like, when I had it, I was like, I'm going to play my Wishing Well just because I had a Wishing Well, a Conspirator, and a Tribute. And I was like, I want to play the Tribute because if I get 2 actions, then I can play my Wishing Well and then Conspirator and get the bonus. But I was like, if I play the Wishing Well, I maybe can get another Wishing Well, and I did. And I was like, yay.
All right, and then Harem was our, I think, our first pile to deplete.
Yeah.
So this is I love this card. It's
really
2 coins, 2 victory points. So it's basically a silver with added on 2 points. So they bump it up to 6. So it's either really gold or harem. Early on, gold is good.
No.
What?
I prefer harem.
I'm going to say I disagree with that. Gold gives you 3. I find though later on, this is good to start picking up because
it actually they're both actually really good.
Yeah.
Who knows? It depends on what you have.
I'm going to start out by saying gold is what you're going to want to go with. But as the game, you can kind of tell, like I started buying these when you had like 2 provinces and I had at least 1, I think. I don't know. I'd have to go back in our video log and see, but I started picking these up later on. Once I had a good, decent amount of golds, I felt, I started picking these up because gold is really nice when you pull them out because, of course, it's easier to get a province if you have gold than just silvers, which harem really is. But this is also good because you're getting 2 points. And when you were beating me in provinces, that's when I decided, I got to start going for these because, again, they're 2 points. But also you got to look at duchies because if the game is really coming down to the end,
those are better.
These are better. even though they don't give you anything. This one does. So you got to kind of think of where the game's at when you're deciding what you want to buy out of it.
That's where I was like, in a 2-player game, I already had a couple golds, so I was like,
yeah,
I don't need any more gold. I'll just buy a load of herons and get victory points and a silver in the same card, so it's really nice.
So those are the 6 cards there. I definitely think Harem was a good one. We all seem to go for that, so that was really good in this set. Other than that, I mean, a lot of these cards just, I don't think they fit well together. Like, I felt myself...
Well, you don't like you don't like Wishing Well.
I don't know. Wishing Well's alright. I didn't care for it, though. But I felt like I was just using these actions just to get the treasure so I could get stuff. Like, I didn't feel like any of these were really, like, useful in helping me get the province. Like, most of the time, it was just hoping for my treasure cards. And most of these didn't really help, because I really only had Conspirator, which gave me 2, Swindler, which gave me 2, I had a Secret Chamber, which I never used, Tribute. So yeah, I really didn't have many action cards in this game.
I mean, what I was doing was I was using Wishing Wells, hoping for a trading post to give me an extra silver. So yes, I was relying on treasure cards, but I was relying on action cards to get me those treasures to get the victory cards, and all in the same turn. So I was doing a little more of a complex strategy, which ended up paying off.
It did. So we both started out with 4 and 3.
So we both bought a Conspirator because that was our only option for 4.
Even though I could possibly see wanting to pick up a
silver instead of a Conspirator.
And then picking up a 3 or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
But because you have to play that, and then if you want another action card, you get stuck with 2 of your action cards, you can't play them both.
I mean, that's what happened to me on my first turn. I bought a Conspirator, then I bought a Swindler, then I shuffled the deck, and I ended up with both of them in the exact same turn.
Yeah, I could see why you bought that off the bat, too, because you could turn my coppers into curses. And early on, that can hurt if you get rid of your coppers early.
Yeah, and that's what I was going for.
I went with silver because I think, again, it helped me get the gold early on. So
I think I got a gold before you, though.
I don't know.
Because I remember you made me trash my trivia, and I was like, oh, and the next round I got my trading post, trashed cards, got a silver, and then used that silver to buy gold.
Now, very rarely do I feel 5 and 2 is better to get, but in this set, I actually do feel 5 and 2 is better to get. Because if I could get like trading post or something to early on turn my coppers into silvers, that would have helped me a lot. And plus, the 2 cards I actually quite like. I could have gotten Pawn or Secret Chamber to counter Swindler early on.
Yeah,
so I actually like the 5 and 2 a lot more here.
Yeah, the 2, there's every now and then you'll get 2 cards, and most of them are not very good. Like Chapel, that's a 2 card from the regular Dominion, and it's good, but it's good when there's only like curse cards in it, because otherwise it's just like, unless you're going really in depth with the strategy of the Chapel, which I'll get to later, because it's really, really like, what am I doing?
Yeah, I went back. So when I went back and watched the last episode, I think I realized what you kind of did wrong there, because early on, you used your Chapel, trashed like a whole hand, which included 3 coppers, leaving you with only 4 coppers.
Mistake.
You didn't have any silvers.
I realized that too after I did that. I was like, oh, I wish I could take that back.
So Chapel's kind of a nice trash card, but you gotta know when to use it. And I think
that was I was like, oh, whoops. Like, as soon as I did that, I was like, oh, wait, I don't want to get rid of 3 coppers. I think when I was looking at that, I saw 111, thinking estates. Don't know why, even though there's a color difference. It's yellow versus green. I can tell the difference between yellow and green. So I should have known that.
So let's talk about what we think of Intrigue overall as an expansion. Do we think this is one you should pick? All right, what do you think of Intrigue overall? Do you like the cards?
I think they're good, but only in like certain cases. Like, you have to have them together or with certain other cards for them to be
other
useful.
Sets.
Yeah, you would not, in my opinion, want to just have Intrigue.
I could see people. Yeah, I feel like the cards in Intrigue I like, but I don't know if I could play with them just alone. Like, we just played a set here alone. I didn't like the set, and I found myself having that feeling multiple times, where I can play with the base set alone and really enjoy it. I've never had that feeling with Intrigue for whatever reason. But if we mix, I love mixing the Intrigue cards in with other stuff still.
They're good, but in smaller amounts, unlike Alchemy, which you need to have big amounts.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely like. There are some cards in this set I love, like Bridge and
Yeah.
stuff. We didn't play with
Bridge
those. We'll
is-
get to them eventually. Though.
Bridge is
Our
one of my
goal is to-
favorite cards because you can just, if you can stack bridges, you can make a province worth 0. So you can get 8 provinces because by that point you have to have bridges.
And I could see mixing this like half of this and half of another set still, but I don't know if I'd play with it like purely solo.
No.
At least that's my
I
opinion.
mean, unless you were picking the set because instead of randoming it, because if you were picking it, you could pretty much formulate a really good set of like. I mean, I can see where this is where you can get like Scout, which we'll get to later, and a bunch of the victory / actions or treasure cards where that comes.
So
in
I'd say I'd say pick it up, especially
Yeah.
if you're just looking for basic cards. Pick this up with the normal Dominion.
Yeah.
Because again, with normal Dominion, there's still a lot of variety if you random the cards
Yeah.
and stuff, but this really adds to it. So
And then if you have both the regular and this, it enables for up to
multiplayer,
5 or
yeah.
up to
So if you
5
play
to
with
6
people-
players.
And those games, they do take quite a bit longer.
Yes.
But again, if you have multiple people and you like playing with larger groups, then you're definitely going to want to pick this up. But other than that, just buying it slow.
Yeah, I don't like larger groups because to me the game
I
feels
love large
really
groups.
slow. Because sometimes you'll have a new player.
Oh yeah, that's when it stinks.
That's when it really is annoying. And most of the people, when we get 5 or 6, at least one person's new, and we
It
spend.
doesn't know the card or something.
Yeah. And,
But still, I don't really mind as much. Like I like having big groups because it really does affect how you're playing cards
Yes.
and stuff. Because in a 2-player game, you're getting your cards back quicker and stuff like that. Especially with attacks. Attacks are brutal in larger games.
yeah,
'Cause
it
a lot-
depends on
just
which
bigger
ones. Because
Yeah.
I
we play with Thief and like
oh yeah,
Mr. Heinzelman took like 6 golds that winter. That was
yeah. The thief is really good in a larger scale.
yeah. We didn't mention that last game where a thief is better at larger scale. But even when you're playing with like militia and a militia gets played,
Yeah.
it still hurts because you have to go through like 5 other people and you're like, oh, chances are a militia's going to get played. So you're usually down to 3 cards a lot more than even in
Yeah.
a 2-player game.
But you're still like in a 2-player game, I think, or in a lower amount of player games, I think attack cards are more deadly because there's less people can buy a province, and less people could possibly have a good hand. Because I mean, sometimes when you have 5 players, a person might have 2 golds, a silver, and 2 estates, and you play a militia, and they go, "Oh, I still have a great hand," and buy a province, and you're like, "Oh, that was useless."
Well, anyway, next week is Seaside, right?
Seaside.
Or whatever. I always say
Yeah,
next
Seaside.
week. I host a show that's weekly. This show's kind of just coming out whenever. So, but anyway, I guess we'll see you next time when we play Seaside.